He's dead.
Welcome everybody, this is Jacko's Ghost. I have a very exciting fan mission for you today. This is Morbid Curiosity by PukeyBrunster, and I love this mission. It's beautiful, it's challenging, and it's complicated. I don't know what else there is to say, so let's begin. We have to get to an inn to get a letter and our equipment. We start out at the docks.
Early morning mist. Respectable people should be in bed now.
Thought I saw
Time for us
Here.
disreputable types to get to work.
Key that opens this chest. I always love when we have just a key ring instead of a million keys in our inventory. Quality of life upgrade, I love that. We're gonna skip back across. Jump up here. We're gonna find 2 bottles of wine. And we're gonna go through the offices of the dock. Grab a key here. A lot of doors in this part. And a hidden spice bag up top. Use that to get out. We're gonna head down this way. Now we're going into the police station. We're gonna find
What was that? Who made that noise?
another spice bag, footlocker with some coins.
Who's there?
Thought I heard something.
I didn't intend on that, but it worked. Never really like to be directly in their path. Spice bag again. And this watch. I'm gonna just get out of here. We're heading to the streets. And swing around and get down into the sewers. This is the part that really threw me.
Must be one of them grubbers again.
And it's basically it's a challenge of flipping these switches. But I think the temptation is to just keep flipping all of the switches, which is not what you should do if you actually want to get through. So you gotta skip one. And you can get over to here. We'll follow this spider around the corner. And he's going to turn left, so I'm gonna go right. Simple enough. And we're up and out. So it's very simple when you know what to do specifically. But I remember I spent about 45 minutes trapped down there, just wondering what to do. And now we're in the inn. Nobody here cares about us, but we can go up top. And this is where we can find our room.
Inside at
Read this
last.
letter, and you can read it if you like. Then this will give us our objectives. Now we get our stuff. We can head back down. Now I do want to show you some of the stuff in here. I'm going to save it just so you can see some of the interesting parts of this inn. We got a lady positively tweaking on a cure for wind. That's drugs. There's Dewdrop. I think I'll go in here. There's one purse, but you can't steal from the inn. So you can't take it, or rather you shouldn't take it. And there's a necklace, and if you take either one of those items, now you're done for. So that's an interesting little touch. Let's get back in here. These are all my save games from my Let's Play. Let's go back to where we were. We're going to head down here. We're going back to the streets. And we're going to jump up on these beams. There is a spice bag, which drop down, grab that. We'll head this way. There's a guard with one of our precious pickpockets that we want. Can you walk faster, sir?
Taking a break. Hello?
That.
Anyone there?
And now we're back into the inn. There's a drain pipe. Something we want to get down into. I'll show you this readable before I get rid of it. It's just a guy complaining about being a cop. Which, you know, maybe you shouldn't have been a cop. But if you fall into here, this is an area that you can reach from the spider caves. Or sewers. What were they? Were they sewers? Anyway, you get in here. And there is a challenging piece of loot in a lunchbox just around the corner here. Let's wait for this spider. Alright. You gotta take this in turns. Be careful, he can run into you. Oh, got it in two. Great. Now we can head this way. We're gonna go through here. Now this is gonna take us to the garden shop. This crate and get up in here, so can't get in here without your lockpicks. Kind of a clever little decision there. Now this opens a secret wall behind there. Some frog beasts there. I don't believe they can harm you, but they can alert to you, I guess. Grab the spice bags this time. Here we go. Now we can go up this elevator. If you want to go through that door, out in the garden there are some healing fruits. And we'll grab this key. Grab rope arrows and a moss arrow. I'm going to need that. Now we can get back out to the streets, and we will take this way. There's a guard coming. There is a good way to get through here. It's just a rope up. And then another spot to get up here. There's a piece of loot that I would like. Bottle of wine. And I think we can just drop down, hopefully onto this awning. And down down here. Wait for this guy to pass.
Get to march around outside in the grass.
I think we can
What's
go.
that?
Oops. Okay. Now we're gonna go back to the police station. There's a...
Noise? Even does it again.
Man, I am alerting these guys so hard. Now we are getting to the upper floors. Now in here, in this footlocker, there is a switch. That's a secret for us. Grab this guy's arrows. And we'll head through here.
I think I saw something over here.
Close.
Hello? No one there.
Those two sets of arrows. And now we're gonna go upstairs. Very interesting segment coming up. This guy he's actually quite on high alert. Somebody was trying to hit me. Grab. Go through here. Now we're gonna take this gas arrow. And we'll just drop down. Go through here. There's another special area with a ring in that chest. Drop back to where we opened this earlier, and we can use the key to get in here,
This is what I'm looking for.
and that's how you get the sword. We'll head back out to the streets. So this mission is actually very, I wouldn't say it's filled with backtracking as much as it just winds all over itself. It kind of requires that you hit a lot of the same areas over and over again, so you kind of have to keep going. Go on this guy's left. And there is an archer up here.
What's that I see?
He's supposed to stop at some point, but he just keeps walking in circles. You bastard. I'll remember you. Get out of here. To the next area of town. This is the butcher shop. And get through here. There's some bricks, so I think it's best to drop down here, flip that switch. And these guys, kind of avoid them that way. Then open this door. This is where there are some thieves patrolling. There's one of them has a pickpocket that I want.
I'd be used to rat noises by now.
There we go.
All's
Through
quiet
here, hide in
now.
the shadow. And we'll just follow him up there. He turns left, so let's go right. Grab that spice bag. And we can just get right out of here.
Thought I saw something.
Okay. That's the butcher shop. And now we're going to swing around out here. Grab those.
Noises.
And there is a well-hidden area up here. Jump up. Grab these masks, and then I found the best way to get out of here was to jump up onto the window. And then jump onto this. And we can take our arrow back. to the next part of town. Take those.
Nobody pushes Benny around.
What was that? You saw it too?
You guys having a conversation? Now, this is a very weird set of crates that behave more like barrels. They're almost like rounded on top where you can almost barely stand on them. But you can get up here. There is a hidden spice bag back here. Drop on down.
Yes, sir.
Oh,
Hey, is anyone there?
and then
Nothing there now.
head down. And this area, oh, it's tricky. So let's try to take a running start at this. There's a guard that's facing the direction that we are.
Didn't sound like rats this
Oh.
time.
So you're almost completely visible, but if you run fast enough and get into that shadow, you can escape with just the first alert.
Someone there.
Now we're at the pawn shop.
Just my imagination, I suppose.
Get in here and look at all this stuff. Nothing to take, unfortunately. So now we have more errands that involve these parcels that we have to deliver. There's various parts of the town that we have to get to, so let's head through this area. And this is going to take us into a window. And this is actually the newspaper editor. And we can grab his key. And there's something up here as well. Rope on up. Now I'm just going to save it real quick because I want to show you something. Often in fan missions, hidden gas arrows are something of a secret without being counted as a secret, and this is one of those situations. There's a gas arrow hidden up here in this vent. Oh, look who decided to finally stop running in circles, you son of a bitch. Anyway, I'm just gonna go back here and we'll grab this arrow and we'll drop down. Whoa. Well, at least it broke my fall. Let's grab it and go out here. We've got the key to open this now, and this is one of the parcel deliveries we need to make. So there we go. Oh,
Hello?
hello. Now we're gonna run back around here, but this time we're going into this section. And if you find that switch, you can find a pickpocket
Hey,
and a thieves' den. Oops.
I'm getting too jumpy.
So that sign hides the buttons, and then go all the way
I'm
up,
getting too jumpy.
stopping in the middle floor here for a rug.
What was that?
Guess it was nothing.
All right, good enough.
I thought I heard something. No, it was nothing, I guess.
Grab that. Go through here. And we're back to an area near the streets. But up here, spice bag. And now, where the thieves are hanging out. Oh, no, get up. Hurry up. And this will actually get us to one of the objectives. To find out why someone is spying on our contact. That's good. In here, find a switch. Grab that, and this is somebody who's apparently in love with painting.
Wasn't expecting that.
And now we can head out. I think I'm good back here behind the door. So now we can creep our way out of this place. And this is a bit challenging, but you can drop down onto these crates. And this brings us out here. Now we don't have Benny's lunchbox yet, so we're gonna make our way over there. First, we're gonna stop in this armor shop. There is how we can steal this helmet, which I think is a very cool looking piece of loot. We need more things like that. There are so many lockpicks in this mission.
I thought I heard something.
And we'll take a fire arrow since we're here. Head here, grab this silver nugget. Kind of easy to sneak through here. Then we're gonna head kind of back toward the starting area now. Through here. And we'll clean out this section that
Probably just the wind.
we just avoided it earlier. Decided
Not
to get
again.
this now. Oh. Quiet. Alright.
False alarm, yes.
It's Benny!
Hey!
I know who this guy is.
And we can take his lunchbox and get out of here. Then, we got some other pieces of loot to gather.
What's that?
Take those two
Imagining
corn
things now.
bears.
Seeing things.
We can jump onto this sign, get out here. Goblet. Goblet. Go back down. I think we can make it. Hurry up.
Not again.
Oh. Nailed it.
Probably just the wind.
Now, we're gonna head back to the street urchins. Because they are in need. And we can help them.
Every key opens something
That key
somewhere.
will help us. Now we're heading into something of an underground tunnel. Thieves are patrolling. That guy's got a purse.
That sounded funny.
Head through here. Now it's hard to keep track of which key is doing what. I suspect that's the one from the lunchbox that we gave to those two. look into this crystal ball and get some messages. I don't know if these actually have anything to do with this mission, but they don't seem to fit exactly well, but it gives us a key once we grab that. And then we are just outside the inn, actually, again. But this time we're going to head down to the weapon shop. And this lockpick is actually kind of brilliant because there's a guard on patrol out here, and every time I tried to get at it, he was right there, ready to catch me. So I actually like... I like long lockpicks when they have a purpose. That's a fun thing to do. Build some suspense.
Hello?
And we can head back through this area. Oh,
Hello? Anyone there?
back through this area. And
Okay.
get stuck. And we're going to find our way into here. Maybe this is the doctor or something. Some sort of scientist. This guy's addicted to ether, so we give him the medicine to help him out. Get a little message, and this door opens. This room, you have to be careful. There's ether fumes in there, and you can take damage very quickly, so I had to be quick. I had to be spry. Oh,
Hello?
man, I am just
Anyone
running
there?
right into that guy's face. Now we're going to make another delivery, and this one is to the dressmaker. There's that. And inside of the dressmaker, some more loot. A cool loot item is this thimble. And a sewing kit of some kind. I'll drop down here. And another delivery. I actually think this
Thought I saw something.
parcel delivery objective is actually kind of brilliant. Because you're often taking things or collecting items, but this one has you delivering them. I think that's pretty nice. A nice change. Here we are in the dairy shop.
I thought I heard something.
And as always, there is some loot to be had. That's a gold stack. And now, we can head over here. There's some hidden coins. Another pair of coins. Another delivery. If we go up here, we can find our way over to the fishmonger. Now the door is locked. You can't access it from the outside. But there is a key here. And we'll open up their safe.
Stand for them be recognized.
There we go. And we can make our way back to the streets. area, so it's just a lot of lockpicking in this area. And another safe. Wait for you. And we'll jump up into this area. I think we're going to make our final delivery. And that's the objective. Whoa. And we're going to go back down here. Whoa. Not even a first alert? I'm insulted. Let's see where this brings us back to the pawn shop so that we can get our reward, which is one of these weird stone keys. So there's 4 of them, and you can use them once you have all 4 of them. So if you're watching this video because you're stuck or wondering what they're all about, that's what it is. We'll be collecting all of them.
No will. Guess it was nothing.
Now I think we can head to the church. And we can enter through this little vent.
Now to find some useful information.
And I'm going to take this key, and then I'm going to show you something. So I'm going to save it. And I'm just going to follow this guy.
What is that? Who goes?
There's a ladder up here. You can pull it down. And then
I would not have thought.
there's a room. There's nothing valuable up here, really. There's information, if you're looking for that. So this acolyte up here has a readable, and that will give us some information about the hammer that we're looking for. The builder's rattle is actually a cursed object. I want you to remember this readable, because if you hear me whining about something later, this is what I'm going to be referring to, just so you know. But let's go back, and we'll go up here instead. Get into the quarters area of the hammer
Who made that noise?
church.
What's that in the shadows?
Here into the barracks. And if you drop this down, I think that's funny.
And the builder said, if the foundation is weak, do you wail and gnash your teeth? Do you ask it to repour itself? Nay, you tear it down and begin anew.
Who's there?
So shall it be with all my children, whether they be stone or flesh.
Just try to avoid this guy. And there is a lot of loot in here. All these dinner sets and candlesticks, as well as 3 gold plates.
There's nothing there now.
Very valuable place to get to. And grab a statue from this chest. This guy is also huffing the Cure for Wind. Let's take his key, and we'll head downstairs.
Vigilance is our shield that protects us from the squalid past. Knowledge is our weapon.
I thought I heard
Follow
something.
this guy, and he's gonna go right.
It was just the wind then.
Vigilance is the builder's piece now.
We can take this and another cure for wind. This guy's just huffing.
Knowledge is our weapon with which we overpass.
Did something make a noise?
And we need to get through here. This room has some important stuff for us.
All is at rest now.
This will give us some new objectives here. But we're gonna head down into the library. And you can put that hammer in there. And get to this behind area, where you can get another hammer. There's still more to be done in this area, but we'll take care of that later when we have it what we need. We'll actually hide on this side. Oh, don't get stuck.
Plague on these rats.
Let's run through here. Now we're gonna head into the graveyard.
I am a wall builder. This isn't the place to be reading poetry.
I don't know. Grab these gold vases. There's 3 of them in this area. Okay, come on. Okay.
O Master Builder, we ask thee to bless our brother who hath died in thy service. Forgive him the transgressions of his living days, and look with favor on his works in thy name. Plumb and plain, fire and forge, purify his spirit, and draw from him all which does not meet thy plan. Take him to serve with thee in thy home, where he may rest in peace eternal.
And that will let us use the holy water font. And if you make this holy, it opens up. And what you have down here is where to use that hammer. Opens up these side doors with these reworked haunts. And grab these hammers. And then we can use them on these. And that's going to unlock another area. There's actually 2 pieces of loot that I'd like to get before we head down there. It's just best to sit on top of these and unlock them. A couple statuettes. There we go. And now we're going to head into this pool. Now we've got faces on the wall with eyes of ruby. And there are 2 for each one of them, so look around and you'll find them. There's one. And then you can open this area, but let's go catch our breath real quick. Now we can get down, and we're gonna actually just try to run across the bottom once we get to it. That way we can just zip zap zop through this area. And grab that. There's another one here. Now we can head up and out through this area. And we made it. Perfect. Now here. This side. Gotta be kind of quick, but we're gonna grab a purse on that ledge. And then hopefully we don't get caught up to by this guy. We'll head up in here. And that window actually overlooks the bridge that's just outside the museum. This is how you get in. And then come up here, open this area. Drop down. And we can find a key. That will get us back out. Now we're going to be able to swim our way into the Deliveries area of the museum. This is how to get in. Now I am going to use a method that Clatramus used in his video for this mission. Jump up after firing these 2 arrows and then get down, grab the first arrow, and then you kind of lean through and then walk forward. And it shifts you through. Kind of hard to figure out, but worth it. There's Dewdrop again, kind of strange. We'll open these areas. This, I think, is the curator of some kind. He's dead, I guess. That. So something's gone wrong, that's for sure. We'll take this key now that Dewdrop is missing. Let's play.
I have a bad feeling about this.
Now you have to be very quiet throughout this entire area. There are 2 pixie type creatures. You can actually hear them. They're making the frog beast noises, but they are ultra sensitive to any sound you might make in this area. So I'm just taking extra precautions, going nice and slow. Try not to make any sounds to upset them. Heading to that area. So they're alerting to us, but they don't quite see us. So I'm actually going to knock out some torches. So as long as they're not doing any searching motion, you're...
Do people really pay money to see this stuff?
Then you're okay. A golden idol and a golden fleece. You have to be careful because you can be pretty well lit in this spot. So we're going to be quick. But we also, this is tile, so we can't be loud. Okay, we okay? Not searching. I think we're okay. That one pixie is just tweaking out. Have you been given the cure for wind? Alright, let's get out of here. we still have to be quiet because, like I said, they can just alert to you, and I don't want to upset them. I don't want any busts, you know? Bye-bye. The most haunted doll dewdrop. Okay. So, now we're being stalked by a dewdrop. Oh, God. Jesus Christ. Oh, frickin'. Let's get through here. Let's hope we don't die. Okay. No. Oh.
What the?
So this zombie appears, but the zombie should go away after some time. Hurry up. There we go. And what's left behind? Dewdrop. Not looking so good. Gotta go through here. This is where you can find the tour token. Allows you to get into the rest of this area. We can head out. We can hit this button.
I've had enough of this.
And now something has spawned out here. A red sprite. There he goes. And if he spots you, he'll kill you. So you gotta be careful. Basically, he's facing whatever direction he's moving in, so that kind of makes sense. But you want to avoid him if you can. There's a painting there. Save that for later. And we're going to give our token to this statue. And now we can get into the tour. I'll try to read as many of these statues as I remember to read, but they will have answers to some of these trivia questions that are coming up. This is just a very unsettling elevator experience. We're gonna head over here into the restroom. There's a zombie with a purse and a pickpocket that we want. Now we'll head over here, and I believe this is the first area of the tour, the zombie pit. And, am I able to walk? Oh, I am. I'm just able to walk in here, that's great. Glad I was scooting around like an idiot. Why didn't you guys say something? This zombie will alert to you, so don't get too lit up. Just be careful, you can avoid him entirely. There we go, out of there. Okay, done with that. I need to knock out all of these torches in this entire area. This guy is incredibly sensitive to your presence, so if you get at all visible around him, he notices. Carefully head our way through here. There we go. There's a purse underneath this dead guy. go over here, flip this switch to open this area. Now this turns off a protective barrier. And then we'll try to avoid this terrifying creature.
Now this is worth the price of admission.
If you don't turn off that barrier, then you can't access any of these items. Grab this pickpocket. A letter from Kevel. Alright, so this is the first statuette that we can earn by answering these questions correct. The first one is 2. The next is 4. And this last one is 9. Transception. So now that we have that, we get an objective that says to collect all 6 statuettes as an optional objective. But it's optional. Now we are entering the Lost City area. Let's follow this Cray Man. Go that way. Let's see. Now, there are 2 fire elementals, but they seem to patrol clockwise. There they are. So we'll just go that way to make sure we don't run into them. And in here is where all the valuables are. You can head out. And now we have another trivia question to answer. This one is going to be 3 and 5 and 7. Got that. Can head into our next section, which is the Keeper Library. There is a terrifying mummy creature patrolling around here. I can't tell if it's terrifying or annoying because it just makes this terrible sound if you alert it. First, I'm just going to shoot a rope arrow up there, and then I can swing around this and avoid the rope arrow. First, we got to get some things. That door closed. Grab that, and then it's that painting. Now we can go jump onto our rope, get up here, piece of loot hidden up here, and we can kind of easily just drop down onto these tables. Head out of that section and now head into the master library. And if you step on this, it opens a door. You can go here, hug the left wall. Oh, God. Damn it. Books falling on the ground. Scaring the hell out of me. Now we're gonna go right. Grab you. Stick to the right. God. Alright, so now go right, left. Any books want to come slamming at me this time? Okay. Haunted painting. Great. Ah! God. Damn it. Alright. Grab this rose. Head in here. There is a book. Now we're back in the library. So let's get out of here. We've got everything that we need. This is a terrifying mission. Still want to be quiet in case that mummy is back here. So now we can get our next statuette. This one is 1, and then this one will be 6 and 8. These are not impossible questions, of course. They're not really even all that difficult, and you can always just run back into the section and look at all the statues to get your answers. So it's a fairly simple objective, but maybe not everybody has the patience for it. We're gonna run through. Now we're in a hammer section. Have a purse down here. Get through here. Whoa. Watch out for haunts. I don't think I'm gonna have time to get up here. And unlock this lockbox. And this will get you the scripture of the Master Builder. There we go. Wait, this guy's got some arrows on him. We're gonna want those. Yoink. Then, there's another haunt. Around here. There he is. Right, let's go. Okay, now we can hide here. Can't really see us. Time is right. Grab this, grab that, and we want to open this up. And I believe this is where the builder's rattle is. These. Let's get back here. Oh. Okay, let's run for it. Okay, another learning center. This one is going to be 2, and 5, and 8. Well, that's pretty simple. It's just a straight line right across. Let's get into the next section, which is the pagan treetops. Head down here. Now this section has clues, so these readables are actually important. Just look at the last line of each one of these little riddles. Here's what you're supposed to do. Gotta shoot this one with a gas arrow. And shoot this one with a moss arrow. That's how you know you did it right. And this one's a water arrow. And now this last one is a fire arrow. I just wanted to address something that I brought up in my Let's Play for this video. I think that the reason that people were able to solve this aspect of the mission was mostly because of the notes that were included with the download of the mission. And I feel like whatever those notes are should be included within the mission itself, specifically with the acolyte in the church tower. Because he's already talking about the hammer and its curse, you could mention something about how he needs elemental crystals in order to break the curse, and that would lend itself to be more solvable. But then I would also say that these readables in this area need to be tightened up, because some of these readables mention 3 different elements that you could conclude would be the one to use, and then it would ultimately just come down to trial and error no matter how you do it. So I would say 2 things. Put the mention of the elemental crystals in the readable with the acolyte, and then tighten these readables up so that they're not mentioning multiple elements. I don't know, I just think that would lend this area to be more solvable, a little bit more concise, a little more self-contained. But for now, we can just run through here to get back. Nothing else for us here. Just slip past this guy. And then we have another statuette to earn. Alright, this one is 1. This one is 5. And this one is 9. Diagonal. Now we'll head to the final section. This is a Maw of Chaos exhibit. The tree beast. He's kind of hard to get past, but if you just stay here, he turns around there. You can just run past him. And now we can get our final statue. This is going to be 1, and 4, and 7. There we go. That's all of them. Now we're back where we need to be, in the main part of the museum. Now we can get over here and turn in all of our statues. This one goes Pagan Forest. Goes there. Keeper's Library. And you.
You've got to be kidding me.
I survived the tour. I think that's pretty funny. Now we still have to avoid this red sprite. Wherever he is, there we go. Now, we're gonna head around this way. We have a special item to give away. That painting was spying on us. Find us where the time meets the sky. Sky Pavilion. Head in here. We were already here earlier when Dewdrop was leading us around, so we didn't grab all of our loot. Let's grab that. And if you look up here, where time meets the sky. Well, that sounds like a clock tower. They grab that. There's a key there. We'll rope up further. And we can grab this. In water's our treasure. And well, there's nothing behind me, as far as I know. But we can fall down here, grab our rope, and suddenly you can see some text has appeared. Do not stand at my grave and weep. I am not there. I do not sleep. When you wake in the morning hush, I am the swift uplifting rush. Of quiet birds in circling flight, I am the soft starlight at night. Do not stand at my grave and weep. I am not there. I do not sleep. Do not stand at my grave and cry. I am not there. I did not die. Well, I think that is a beautiful poem. The poem is actually called Immortality by Claire Harner. I think it's very nice. Grab these 2 coin pairs and head over this direction. Once again, we have to be very quiet when walking through this area because of those 2 frickin' pixies downstairs just alerting to everything. And I think we're on our way out of here. I just realized I'm not talking. I'm not even thinking right now. Okay. Where was I? I believe we are heading out of the museum altogether now. Can actually find a way to open the front doors through here. This is how we got in, but now we have the key to open this. And that will let us out. I'm just gonna be careful. These guards might see me through this window. Let's go through this grate. It's kind of loud. Okay, let's jump in. And head over this way. And in here is an interesting situation. There's a zombie of some kind down here. Sort of a zombie ghost. You can really only see him because of the flies. We have to kill him. You earned your sword. And we get another one of these keys. Key to the south. There's also a bracelet. And we'll go back down in here. This will take us into the bookstore. Clearly, something is just ripping this city to shreds. Okay. Now in here you can see kill the beast. Not exactly sure what all of this is. Some creature that's just slaughtering people. Oh, no, don't get stuck. Come on. No. Come on, let me through. There we go. Now. head back to the church. Got some unfinished business here. We can just run through.
Is that tea?
Go back to the library.
Someone come. And the word went before him on a breeze carrying our salvation. I do wonder what it
Now
was.
we picked up the scripture of the master builder. If you place it here, you can get another one of those keys. And I believe this new objective is to find out what these keys are for. And now we can finally use them.
I thought I heard something.
And the word went before him.
The noise has stopped. It was no doubt nothing.
Try to get out of here.
Yay. Who comes unto me? All is at rest now.
So here's the place for our first key. Then head back down through here. So you see we've been through this area about 4 times, I think. So, I mean, it feels very backtracky, but I feel like every time we did that it was for some necessary reason. I suppose maybe we could have waited on all those parcels and just done this all very concisely, but I think I wanted to take these in a certain order so that we could see them all.
Hello?
Now we can place this one. And here comes a guard.
Who's there?
Not as exciting as I thought.
Maybe next time. Not again.
Did that guy just walk through a post?
It's never really anything. What's that?
Now, we can get over here and we can unlock this.
Guess it's nothing now.
And apparently, when we do that, the lockdown is canceled. Okay. And now, this. Got one more to place.
I don't like the looks of that. Imagining things now.
All right, the last one.
Here. And we'll go through to this side. Grab this coin pair. Get up here. Coins. Coin. And by placing all of those, we've opened up a secret area. And this will be our final piece of loot. The key to the city. In our waters, there is treasure. And now we're gonna head through the police station one last time just to find our way back to our room at the inn.
Was something just there?
What was that?
Nothing there now.
Get back to our room. We gotta go back up these stairs, up this ladder. And that's terrifying. Does Garrett die? Is that the implication? Look at that. 1 hour, 17 minutes. All loot, all pickpockets, all secrets. That one backstab is from the zombie that we killed to get one of the keys. So other than that, that is a fantastic mission. And even though I can criticize that one section for not being quite workable, I would say, I just prefer a mission to be more concise, more self-contained. I don't want to be getting hints outside of the mission in order to finish it. So I would say that there's two ways of handling it, where you either just make that breaking the curse objective as an optional objective, and or add the hint into the readable that's with the acolyte. I feel like those would both be good solutions. But anyway, this mission feels very much like a 10. I mean, without a doubt in my mind, but I think I'm going to give it a 9. But in either case, this is a fantastic mission. Everyone should check it out. I hope you have already, of course. I just spoiled the whole thing, but I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for checking it out, and I hope that dewdrop doesn't tear you to absolute shreds. See ya!
He's dead. Let's head back now.